Hello everyone. For a while, I've had a problem that I couldn't create a visual with 3 or 4 cars or a car lineup of several types using AI. The traditional methods, of course, were that back then, for example, we'd take every photo of every car and assemble them one by one in Photoshop, and that was a hassle. Now, AI has made many things easier for us, and this process should be simpler. But the problem is that with the new models emerging with AI, whenever you place images of multiple cars on a model, there is always a mismatch between the vehicles. It never works out on the first try, and you must make many attempts until you can render each car separately, then merge them into a single visual. I've now found or devised a workaround that could help us with this. I am Khaled and I'll be guiding you through my AI workflow to show you what we'll do. The applications we'll be using are Freepik, Photoshop, and Midjourney. So right now we have a sample of 3 different cars. We have the Toyota Camaro, and then there's the Mazda CX-90. And for our third car, for example, we have the Toyota Camry. It's crucial, of course, that the cars are isolated on a white background, separated in this specific way. You can obtain the images from your library, or you can find them on the internet. We will be using this Toyota Camry as a prime example for our project. All right, let's try this out first, shall we? We're gonna head over to the Freepik website, the Freepik site. Oh yes, there it is, exactly what we're looking for. And we'll go, for example, to the AI suite, and then we'll head to the image generator. Okay, we'll take our car. First, we'll just try to make a reference to an image. We'll create one visual for the car, just to try it out. I'll probably work with the Nano Banana, Google Nano Banana from Freepik. We'll use this. There are several ways we can extract a prompt from the references. We can extract it from GPT. We can easily get it from Freepik. The absolute easiest option is Freepik. Then we'll select our specific design asset. We'll be working with a 16:9 aspect ratio for all the references. We'll take our Camry car and place it right here in the image reference area, and then we'll make a few adjustments to the prompt to make it, for example, it's a blue Toyota Camry. Instead of what we ended up getting, we'll have to make some adjustments, of course, to the props. And then we'll try a generation once the car is rendered for us. Typically with Nano Banana, the car renders accurately, the model is precise, and the lighting is fairly good. I mean, even if you were to compare the reference image with we did it, you'll find almost no differences. And of course, sometimes there are very minor differences, but what are you? You're just making some minor adjustments on Photoshop. It really won't take you much time. I mean, the visual is pretty much accurate. I don't see any differences between them at all. Everything's fine, but the problem now occurs when you want to do, for example, a car render. You want to make multiple images like this. For example, 3 cars lined up together. We'll use the image that these are our cars. We will be using the data from this. We will extract the prompt, then we'll drag it to the prompt section right here. And what if we try to input every single image, each car individually? For example, we'll test out a Land Cruiser alongside a DCX-90, then the Toyota Camry, and we'll make some adjustments to the prompt, of course, to mention the car names. But we'll just bring in the Reverend, or I'm not sure, he didn't make a Cooper here. Of course, it's a 3 white Lincoln. No, I am not a white Lincoln. We'll adjust it bit by bit, fine-tuning some types just to say this is for the car. Of course, the result will be, as I told you initially, the cars are messed up and things aren't right. You'll find every car, look, the Toyota Land Cruiser is different from the ones here, and the Mazda is somewhat different. And the Camry, he showed you a 2018 Camry model. This one is a 2023 Camry. So obviously things are not quite right. If you compare it with every single picture, you will find the exact same issue here. the Land Cruiser is not the same car as the Mazda CX-90. The Mazda is almost correct, I mean. But still the cars look, the front fascia of this one is not like the front fascia of that one at all. It's not the same grill, you know, and many times if you just keep trying, yeah, you'll find all the cars breaking down on you at the same time. Oh, that's definitely true. This happens because you're uploading each and every single picture individually, and that's why it occurs, of course. So, of course, I actually came up with a very simple idea that I thought of, which is to treat 3 separate references as if they were just one single reference. What I mean is, we're going to open Photoshop right now with this specific size, and then we'll place all of our cars in there one by one. We make the arrangement we want for the visual. For example, I want to make an arrangement like this. Okay, I'll just crop and save them. What should I call them, for example? We'll save them, for instance, right here on the desktop. For example, let's keep them as a PNG and then make them, for instance, into a JPG picture. Okay, this will be our method. Instead of uploading 3 separate images, we'll upload just one single image so that it understands it as one complete picture as a whole, not 3 individual ones. The same picture stays on a white background, as we said, and we upload them to
exactly like this.
Alright, so look here, the cars actually turned out pretty decent, somewhat accurate. And now if we were to compare, for example, we brought up the second picture, there are 3 cars. It's just that this particular background isn't really to my liking, but let's just move past that. Look, if we compare, you'll find that the grille is the exact same. It's practically the same car in every single one, in any picture. Let me try opening this picture, for example, or this one. You'll see we're going back to the original image, but never mind, you'll notice it's the very same cast. But I have a problem that things are a bit slow. I mean, he brought you almost exactly the same thing. And this is because there's an issue we always have to confirm he did for you. No, that's not what we want. Now we want to do some examples. For instance, if we say the sun's light, I mean, we want the sun's illumination to brighten our scene and cast its light upon the car, making the entire setup appear much more realistic. For example, we need this to really have an impact, to make it effective, because what happened was it ended up using the very same lighting that we have here in the studio. So no, what we're actually looking for is something much more realistic, a more natural light. We always get to the final part, which is our finishing touches. Do you want it red or blue or cool or anything else? So we come to that at the very end after you've already described all the specific details from the prompt. Perhaps I can explain to you later on how your specific one is actually supposed to be done. We just need to review the building that's right behind us. I really don't like it at all, so I absolutely need to find a proper solution for it. I'm not sure. I might consider keeping it. I mean, it's not really a big problem. What do we press? Oh, just take a look at this. See the big difference. Naturally, there is a certain dramatic element to it now. The sunlight is clearly visible, and just look at the difference between the studio lighting and the lighting that was present in the image he created, and the very same car shapes, and absolutely everything else turned out perfectly, exactly as it was. There was no mixing or blending between them whatsoever. So naturally, we'll click on this one because this is exactly what we're looking for. Of course, let's take a look at the other pictures. For example, this one is also quite nice, but I personally prefer this one more. I like this one more, so we'll click. I then go to classic view, and then I choose 4K with our usual resolution. I prefer classic. I know there's magic and new things out there, but I always prefer classic. I don't know why it always turns out right for me. Before it's done, we'll set our image size. As we said, it's 69, meaning 25 and 60 by 1440 pixels on a white background. This is the place where we'll install it. We'll just leave it as it is. Yes, he's processing it. We'll take the picture he made. Of course, we'll download it. And of course, it shows you the difference. Of course, there's a large space. I mean, 5,000 by 3,000 pixels, roughly. We'll take it, we'll work on it, and then we'll place it in this manner. Of course, there will be some necessary revisions. We'll need to review things a bit. Honestly, I really like the building that's located behind it. I mean, it didn't take up too much space or resources. I always make sure to leave ample room above for the cars for various reasons. I'm designing for our vehicles. And we're making them, or rather for copies. Of course, we then look closely at the details. As I told you before, there are some things that aren't quite right, like for example, Toyota logo. Of course, we'll have to take it from the original image piece by piece. We'll then cut and assemble it to fix all those little things, those small details. And I kind of liked that, but I always prefer to refine the style further. I mean, the ground's shape is also obscured and its details are blurred. So what I always like to do is this. I try to emphasize that. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to head over to a specific website and we'll then explore how it actually provides you with the overall style of the picture. It's not just about that, you see. It creates a really pleasant mood for you and it enhances the lighting distribution beautifully and it truly renders it for you in a much more artistic and refined manner. We'll head over to the edit menu and then we'll go into, now this is just our image here. We'll just call it something, for instance, 100 or 100. I will take this image that we've just created and we're going to upload it. We're currently in the edit menu and we'll go to the specific thing that we copied. We made a copy of it here. We'll place it right here at the top. And we'll move on to the part where you won't need to click. It will then display a few different options for us. Right, so then we'll try them out one by one. Let's see how it goes. We'll definitely be putting these images behind the vehicles. So we separated the car. We'll just see if the mode will work for us or not. Because my problem with the picture we made is that the background is too light, so it might not work for us. Let's try this picture, for example, then send it to Laura and we'll zoom in. Honestly, I don't really feel this picture is suitable enough. It feels like it's been put together, you know? No, it's not good. We'll just have to keep trying. All right, we'll go back again. We'll probably go back again. It's just that I don't like it. My problem is I want the background behind this to be a bit darker or the sky darker so it has more depth to it. Of course, we ended up with quite a few of them in a way. This one, I'm not really sure. No, this one, the flaw is almost more visible if we actually created the flaw in what we've done. It came out like this. No details are visible at all. So I'll take this one and I'll give it a try now. Look, the flaw has a certain roughness to it and in a way it really speaks to you. So what does it actually look like? Let's just try it out. Of course, the mood is somewhat well adjusted for us. I really like the background here. It's darker and a bit calmer in the clouds. So if there's something above, I mean, look, the clouds are a little bit further back. Oh, I really like this one. We'll prepare it and then go to the list where it's been made ready and then we'll download it. It just takes time as it downloads. And we take this specific part of our picture and place it. I mean, it's just that, but it still doesn't really have what it needs. Look, it also focuses on some details. The buildings, you get the feeling they're just not quite realistic. See, the buildings are broken and there's something a little bit off about them, or you just feel that something isn't quite realistic. So what I'm doing here is using it again to make them appear much more realistic. We'll export this image we've created, for instance, and we'll name it for background. We want to play around with it a little bit to make it more realistic. And we'll go back and we'll go back again to, that's it. We'll move on to it and with our very own method. That's how it's written. But what are we going to do instead? We'll keep it that way because he'll be repeating it. It's owned and he generated it. Look at the difference now. It started giving it more details that truly speak. Of course, forget about the cars. We don't want the cars. We just want a background, but we'll do it again. But this time around, and naturally. And naturally, it will show you what? This shape, but in a bigger size. We'll take the photo that we've already made and we'll move it back again. We'll bring it back into Photoshop. You'll really see the difference now, how significant it is. Just take a look at this. Now, just observe the difference. Pay close attention to the details. Consider the buildings in the background, for instance. You'll notice they now possess more intricate details. You can certainly accomplish even more with time. What we're doing here is just adjusting the building on the side. See the difference it made? It gave it more shadow and the ground became rougher. Its realism is much more apparent. And so your theme is now presented in this particular way. Here are the 3 original cars and the other 3 were made on just the second try. So, you know, I didn't have to burn through countless attempts or try going back and forth or anything like that. Of course, I sincerely hope that you have all benefited from this simple demonstration. Oh, let me just give you a quick note on this. I've personally tried it and it works best for 2 to 3 cars maximum. If you have more than 3 cars, it won't be as effective. When you get into 4 cars, you'll still find that things are a bit problematic, you know? Pause. I mean, you'll still see it performing somewhat, but definitely not like it used to be. Pause. It's not the same as when you're putting each car in by itself. The pause, but when you handle just 3 cars, oh, the more of them you have with you, the more smoothly things will go for you. But if you want to make more than 3 cars, you can try once or twice. If it doesn't work out for you, you probably won't try as many times as you did before. But if it still doesn't work for you, for example, if you're using a range that has 5 or 6 cars. So, my advice is to try and divide your scene into parts. You take 3 cars, then 3 cars, then 3 cars. For example, if you want to make 9 cars in the same video, okay, what will you do? You'll do 3 cars, and 3 cars, and 3 cars. It's like you're exactly doing instead of making each car separately, making 9. This will take a lot of your time. Don't try to split them up. Things are still developing and God knows what tomorrow holds. But for now, he or Nano Banana specifically understands how to get the image with the 3 cars you want in one picture on a white background. And of course, I want to tell you that you can play around with many things. You can change the camera angle as you like. Move it a little to the right, a little to the left, but don't try to bring in angles that aren't in your project so it doesn't get messed up. I hope I've helped you, and God willing, I might try to do it for you again if